Put it down. Put it down.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Respect the
Rated M
scapegoat.
gang. What up with y'all, man? Look, episode 72 of the Rated M podcast. The first episode of the podcast since we hit 10K on the YouTube channel, bro. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for the support.
Yes, sir.
Y'all seen the title today. We are going to discuss matches that should go in the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE has started putting matches in there. I've been saying that for a long time that they should. And they started off with one of the most important matches of all time, arguably the most important match of all time, with Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin in WrestleMania 13.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to discuss some other ones that we can, that we think should go in the Hall of Fame, for example. I lost train of thought. I got Khris and Cam here with me. Lewis should be here any minute. But how y'all boys feeling, man?
Chilling, bro. Cam, I'm letting you know right now, you are on thin ice, my boy. One small slip up, bro, and I'm taking Lewis's name off the sign, and it's going to you.
What the hell you mean I'm on thin ice? What did I do now?
You on thin ice, bro. You on thin ice, bro. You on thin ice.
What did I do now?
You know what you did, bro. You know what you did.
What did I do?
You
know what you did, bro. You know what you did on Monday.
What did I do on Monday?
You were threatening to talk shit to me.
That was on Friday.
Was it on Friday?
Oh, so you admit it. You're cooked. You're cooked.
That was on Friday. And yeah, you're right. Because I don't get too many victory laps on here. But this is one I'm going to take a victory lap on. This one I'm going to take a victory lap on. Because I told you niggas.
Are you sure you want to do this? Hey. Are you sure you want to do this?
Let's just move on. Let's move on.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
But anyway, Cam does have something he wants to discuss regarding AEW before we get into our main topic.
All right, so as you guys know, I am the resident AEW super fan over here. I'm the resident AEW super fan over here, as you guys know. So I want to talk about AEW real quick because I want to talk about AEW real quick. Dynasty is on Sunday. We're going to do predictions for Dynasty in a minute. But I want to talk because I am so fucking disappointed in the men's Owen Hart bracket that dropped. For those of you that don't know, yesterday on AEW Dynamite, AEW released the brackets for the men's Owen Hart tournament. And these matches, my issue isn't with the matches that are involved because these matches are going to bang. Brody King and Konosuke Takeshita, that's going to be a lot of fucking fun. They're going to go in there and beat the fuck out of each other. That's going to be a lot of fun. Ospreay and Kevin Knight. I love Kevin Knight. I've been singing Kevin Knight's praises since I saw him. I've been singing Kevin Knight's praises from the first time I saw him 2 years ago. And I'm happy Kevin Knight is in AEW. That match is going to fucking bang. That match is going to bang. What was that? Jack Perry's a fucking... Oh, well, that is crazy. That is crazy. But no,
I'm going to remember that one.
But no, that match is going to fucking bang. Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher. That's another match that's going to bang. I don't have an issue with the matches in this tournament. My issue with this bracket or with the tournament is this. This is for a shot at AEW's biggest show of the year. And with the way that they're marketing this and promoting, the fact that they've been promoting this shit a year in advance, and that's the fact that they're... Oh my God. The fact that they're going to be promoting this shit a year in advance, and the fact, that they're that they've been promoting this a year in advance, and the fact that there's going to be a whole weekend behind it. It's going to be either a whole week or a whole weekend behind it. So again, All In is their biggest show of the year. For a tournament that results in you getting a world championship match at their biggest show of the year in the main event of All In. The names in this bracket, I'll be honest with y'all, it's not moving me. It's not moving me at all, the names in this bracket. AEW should have put all their fucking heavy hitters, main eventers in this fucking thing. It is for an opportunity at All In, their biggest show of the year. This isn't at Grand Slam. This ain't at fucking Grand Slam. This ain't on a themed episode of Dynamite or themed episode of Collision. Nigga, this is All In, your biggest show of the year, the show that you treat as your biggest show of the year. This should have had all your heavy hitters in that motherfucker. All y'all heavy hitters should be in this tournament. Jay White not being in the tournament, I understand why he's not in the tournament because he's hurt. It sucks that Jay White is once again injured. He just came back from injury too, so it sucks that he's going to be out again. I wish Jay White, I wish Jay White a speedy recovery. I do, but some of the other names in this tournament, you couldn't put MJF in this tournament. MJF has been on television for weeks, for basically months. Ever since, MJF has been on TV since January, talking about how he wants his Triple B back. He wants his World Championship back. He's been talking about that for months. You don't put MJF in the Owen? Edge, or let me call him Colt before Chris gets mad. Edge. Again, I understand that Edge just came out of a world title feud that wasn't received very positively. I understand that. But still, though, Edge is a main eventer. And also with Edge actually knew Owen Hart because Edge won his first singles championship from Owen Hart. Because Edge actually won his first singles championship from I think it was Owen Hart. I think he beat Owen Hart for the IC title back in 98. I think he beat Owen Hart for the Intercontinental title back in 98. So again, Edge has a physical connection to Owen Hart. You can put Edge in this tournament. Do you want to keep Takeshi in there, Kyle Fletcher in there? I don't have an issue with that. Why is Brody King and Mark Briscoe in a tournament like this is what I want to know. Again, this is for a shot at the World Championship at All In. Put your fucking heavy hitters in there. Look, we all know the finals is going to be Ospreay and Copeman. It's going to be Ospreay and Hangman anyway. We know that's going to be the fucking finals anyway. But at least try to build up some fucking intrigue, bro. Could you imagine how fucking hard a Ospreay Cope match would go on a Dynamite? How fucking hard a Hangman Cope match could potentially go on a Dynamite? Why is MJF not in here? MJF has been talking about wanting his world title back for months. Why is he not in this tournament? You have a ready-made story there with MJF. MJF says, I want my world championship back. Tony Khan being the mark that he is, he won't just give me a fucking title shot. So fucking, I'm gonna win the Owen. I'm gonna run through everybody. So fucking, I'm gonna win the Owen. I'm gonna run through everybody in here, and I'm gonna get my championship back. Like, you have ready-made stories there that they're not telling. It's just gonna be okay. We're getting some great matches, and we're getting some great matches, and we know what the fucking finals are. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like that. King of the Ring last year. The winner receives a world championship match at SummerSlam. WWE loaded that motherfucker up. That shit was loaded up. Randy Orton was in there. AJ Styles was in there. Gunther was in there. Jey Uso. Finn Balor. Drew McIntyre. I think he was in that tournament before he got taken out. I think he was in that tournament but didn't wrestle due to storyline injury. Rey Mysterio, like WWE loaded that tournament up, and you could legitimately make an argument for all those names winning. Well, damn man, with how over Jey Uso is, bro, yeah, bro, I can see WWE doing Jey Uso and Damian Priest for that world title. I can see it. Well, damn man, CM Punk, if he ain't gonna be on that SummerSlam card, I can see WWE doing Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest for the world title at SummerSlam. Oh, yeah, but Randy, bro. Randy's going to win the King of the Ring. He's going to drop Cody with the RKO, and boom, there we go. You add fan intrigue with the amount of different stories fans thought you could tell. You don't have that this year with the men's own. You have that with the women's own. I look at the women's own, the women, you got all their heavy hitters in there. You got Jamie Hayter, Billy, you got Jamie Hayter, Mercedes, Athena, Chris Statlander, Thunder Rosa. You have names in there. And outside of Harley Cameron, Julia Hart, and Billy Starks, you can make a legitimate argument for any one of those fucking names winning. I know calling Finn Balor a heavy hitter is crazy, but I mean,
still waiting for that push.
I know that's crazy. I'm sorry about that. I know that's crazy. I was just trying to make a point. But still, though, like, you can make a legitimate argument for all 5 of those women that I mentioned winning. Because we know Billy Starks ain't got a chance in hell. We know Harley Cameron doesn't have a shot in hell. And we know Julia Hart doesn't have a chance in hell. But like the rest of those 5 women, you can make an argument for those women winning and getting a world championship match at All In. You can't make a legitimate argument for anybody here going to All In except for fucking Hangman and Will Ospreay. You cannot. And I think that's where they missed the ball here. This should have been a story-driven tournament with the Owen. where we get banger matches, but you also have an excuse to give Copeland and Ospreay away on the Dynamite. But we don't have that. We're just getting banger matches for the sake of banger matches. And again, I'm not complaining about the matches in this bracket. I think they could have went a new way with the tournament. Am I wrong here for thinking this? Like, am I tripping?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't.
One small tweak I would have made to the tournament personally. I would have put Lee Johnson in that shit just for you.
I hope Edward beats Obafemi for the.
All right. You're really on thin ice now. One more comment like that, bro, and I swear to God, I'm gonna let that one slide because I initiated that. But if you say that shit again, I'm okay. All right.
Fuck Lee Johnson,
right.
By the way.
And Mo, if you post another Jack Perry slander comment, I'm putting you on the board.
Oh my
Keep it up. You think I'm joking? Hey.
But no, I don't.
There it is.
But no, I don't. But that's one thing I don't.
Your lucky day, my boy.
But that's one thing I don't like. But that's one thing I don't like about the Owen Hart tournament for the men this year. So I think that's a miss. Another thing I want to get into, MJF. I want to talk about this in general with AEW and their main eventers. Boy, when I tell you MJF feels so unimportant right now, this is the coldest MJF has ever felt. It's sad. This man does not feel. He's lost his aura. He's lost his specialness. He doesn't. When MJF used to come out on Dynamite, when he used to come out on AEW television, you used to go, shit, something big's going to happen. MJF is making a Dynamite appearance. Something big is going to happen.
Oh, Tony Khan got him.
All right, my mic went out. Do I sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks now?
No, you're good.
Okay, all right. But like when MJF would come out on television, it used to be must see. MJF comes out on TV now, it doesn't have that same effect. They have completely demoralized MJF to a point where he's not an important character on the show. If I was to show a friend of mine who's not an AEW fan, hey man, MJF is one of the biggest stars in the company. Would you believe me if I told you MJF is one of the biggest stars in the company? You guys never seen AEW? Or would you just go, he's just another mid-carder on the roster?
The way he's been portrayed, just another mid-carder on the roster.
Which you didn't have that feeling. Which you didn't have that. You didn't have that feeling 2 years ago when MJF was on television. And it's something I want to bring up to AEW with AEW and their main eventers in particular. AEW does a really, really, really bad job, and they really need to improve on this. They do a very, very bad job of presenting their main eventers as main event stars when they're not in the world title picture. I'm an AEW fan, so I can tell you who the main eventers are. Hangman, Swerve, Ospreay, Kenny, Orange Cassidy. I consider him upper mid-card, but you can call Orange Cassidy a main eventer if you want to. Jon Moxley, and then Darby Allin. Those are like your main event guys in AEW, where like those guys are going to be in the world title scene no matter what. Like they're going to be in the top feuds. But they have a bad thing of if MJF is not wrestling for the world title, he feels so completely unimportant. If Hangman Page is not wrestling for the world title, they just de-emphasize him to the point where he's not important. Same thing happened with Swerve last year. When Swerve lost the title, they de-emphasized him to where it didn't feel like Swerve was really all that important. They need to improve on that. They need to get better on presenting their main event stars as legitimate main event stars. That's what they need to do. They need to get better on that. Roman Reigns is not in the world title picture right now, but if I tell you Roman Reigns is still the biggest star in that company, you're not going to look at me with a crazy face. You're going to go, yeah, Roman Reigns is the biggest star in the company, even though he's not in the title picture. Need to do a better job of presenting their main event guys like main event guys. It feels like if Swerve Strickland isn't wrestling for the championship, he's just another guy on the roster. If Hangman Page is not wrestling for the championship, he's just another guy on the roster. They need to do a better job of presenting these guys. And I know it's supposed to be an alternative. I do, so don't get this the wrong way. Your main event guys should feel like larger than life. They should feel bigger than the show. They should feel like, well, damn. They should feel like, we lose Swerve, we don't need him. Nah, bro, it should be like Swerve is this fucking company. If Swerve leave, we got issues. If MJF leave, we got issues. It don't feel like that. They don't feel like that. They do a bad job at presenting their main event guys, and I don't. They do a bad job at presenting their main event guys, making their main event guys feel like main event guys, and that's one of the things I need Tony Khan to get better at, and I need him to improve on. That's one thing I need him to do. Sorry to open the show with a 15-minute.
No, you're good.
This shit right here is just. I love him, I do, but it's certain.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as it pertains to your point, I 1000% agree. I do. I think Tony Khan needs to improve on that shit. But you're gonna have these fickle ass wrestling fans, the same wrestling fans who are tweaking about Damian Priest. You know that they're gonna start doing that shit. Why is this guy getting the push? If you know,
Tony Khan tries to please the internet too much, bro. You
way too much.
I'm sorry. Everybody, I'm sorry. Somebody's going to find something to bitch about nonstop. It's going to be that one fucking fan that is going to find something to bitch about one stop. You cannot fucking worry about what the fuck they're going to do. You cannot. You cannot worry about what they're going to say.
Right.
I'm sorry. You cannot. And with some stuff they do that. Like there was a match with Hologram and Blake Christian on Collision that I know you and Mo hated. Personally, that I know you and Mo hated. I know you and Mo hated that spot. Personally, and I'm not even trying to cape. Personally, I didn't have an issue with it. It's what Blake Christian. I'm not even trying to glaze. Personally, I didn't have an issue with it. Is what Blake Christian does.
Oh my goodness!
Man,
I was sold on the fact. I was sold on the fact that Collision is the best weekly show.
It is the best weekly show. It is the second best weekly show. It is the second best weekly show.
To a degree. It is the
second best weekly show, but. No, but like that right there, like I know Mo has an issue with it. I know I got the sign for it, but that right there, it's like, okay, I expect that because that's what the AEW fans want anyway. Like that's what the AEW fans want anyway. So it pleased their audience. That I didn't have an issue with. But Tony Khan, please stop trying to please all these fucking internet fans, bro. Please stop, bro. Some point, bro, you got to go look here, bro. This is what's going to work for me and my company. This is what the fuck we're going to do. Like, you can't fucking please everybody, bro. You can't. So, like, to your point, Khris, if people get tired, like, if the fucking idiots get tired of Swerve and they go, oh, he swerved Hogan, blah, 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 blah. At this point, I'm going to just say, hey, bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. Because the biggest stars in wrestling rarely, you have a few, but the big stars in wrestling, when you're a big star, you rarely lose. Like, that's just me.
Time out. Why do I get the infinite?
Were you not here about 5 minutes ago when I begged you to keep it up with the Jack Perry slander?
It was one time.
That's all it took. That's what I told you. I said, keep it up. I said, one more. Play it back. I said, one more. And you're getting infinite. And you did it. You gave it.
After all the things this man has said, I get the infinite sign?
I warned you, and you kept it up.
Okay, how about this? Can we both get the infinite sign at least? This man said Dolph Ziggler should have won the 2013 Royal Rumble, bro.
I will leave it.
That might be the worst take.
I will leave it up to the chat. I will leave it up to the chat.
That might be the worst take I've ever heard.
Over tag team Money in the Bank?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Chat, do I do it? I don't know why chat must love Jack Perry, but I haven't even said a word about Jack Perry.
They're still going. This shit is crazy.
You motherfuckers keep bringing him up.
This is nasty work, bro. Oh shit!
Y'all crazy, bro.
They said please.
Crazy,
as long as we both get it.
I'm gonna wait for one more fucked up comment from him. I'm gonna wait. I warned him and I warned you. You fucked up before he did.
Y'all look crazy, bro. Y'all look crazy, bro. That's one of my issues with AEW as a whole. They've got to do better. The product I think has been very, very good. I want to focus on that collision point because I said it last night. If you have all the issues that people have with Dynamite, if you have those issues with Dynamite, you should be watching Collision. You should be watching Collision. You get good wrestling, which you get on Dynamite Weekly, I give you. But you get good wrestling. You get storyline progression. Segments actually have fucking time to breathe. You can flow from segment to segment, actually take in what the fuck happened. The women are actually featured on Collision. Dynamite, you're lucky if you get 2 women's segments. Collision, you get 2, sometimes 3 women's segments on the daily. On the daily.
Do they at least keep it light on the overruns?
Yeah, I don't think Collision has any overruns. Last overrun I remember, I don't think Collision has any overruns. I could be wrong, but I don't think they have any overruns like that. But again, all the issues you have with Dynamite, you should be watching Collision. It's comical how much better of a show Collision is than Dynamite.
A sin is crazy.
I want to so bad, but
a sin
I'm
is
wait.
so crazy, bro.
I'm gonna wait. I'm trying to be nice today.
Out of all the takes, I get slandered for just showing the comments. This is crazy, bro.
I gave you a warning and you kept going.
Oh my god.
We did not bring listening to 2025, Chad. This much is true.
Cut me some slack, bro. I'm sick.
I tried cutting you slack and you fucked it up.
Man, it was funny though.
To who? Was it funny to? It wasn't funny to him. What sure as fuck wasn't funny to me.
Nigga, fuck him.
You don't have to hear that. You don't have to hear that shit. Fuck.
No, not Cam. The Jack Perry.
Watch your mouth,
whatever,
bro. You like Kali and Kozlov, bro. You should be happy though. Kozlov has a clean victory over Taker. I mean, that's Lewis's GOAT. Stats don't lie.
Get the sign for yourself.
For what?
Get the sign.
Oh,
go ahead.
God.
Go ahead. You know what you just said.
I even know what you just said. It was a stat. It's a lot.
It's like when this motherfucker brings up Shane I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah, please don't. It might be too late now.
You see my pain there, right? Okay, cool. Someone said Jack Perry is like, I am not a human being. Nah, y'all gotta stop.
My God, bro.
Y'all gotta stop. All right. Let's get into. I know you guys wanted to do dynasty predictions. We can do those.
Get into dynasty predictions real quick. All right, Chris, you got the card pulled up?
We'll pull it up right now.
Yeet. Chad, don't play with me like that. I am not watching Kali versus Kane ever again.
No, watch your mouth.
That shit is ass, bro.
Mo, did you check the chat at all?
Nah, what?
It appears Lewis might not make it.
Okay. So it's just on us today. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let me get the card up. All right.
Chat, there's a bunch of y'all in here. Get them likes up, bro. Boost them likes. If you have not hit that like button yet, go ahead and hit that like button before we continue. But yeah, pull up that card.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeet.
Let's do it.
All right, up first, we have the AEW Tag Team Championships. They are on the line as the Hurt Syndicate take on Big Bill and Brian Keith.
Hurt Syndicate are retaining. This is easy. The Hurt Syndicate has the tag team titles here,
as they should.
Although I love Big Bill and Brian Keith. The Learning Tree are actually great fucking TV when they don't have Chris Jericho. When Chris Jericho is not with the fucking Learning Tree, they're fucking great. I love Big Bill. Big Bill is so fucking good. Big Bill is so fucking good. And Tony Khan, I told you this last night. I need you to do this, Tony Khan. I don't know what. Get off your lazy ass and pay that man whatever he wants. I need Brian Keith to come out to Jim Jones at least one time in AEW. Pay that man whatever the fuck he wants. I need him to come out to some. I need Brian Keith to come out to some Jim Jones. That's what I need. Pay.
You mean Mike Jones?
Jim Jones. You know who Jim Jones
is? Still tipping B, right?
Yeah.
That's Mike Jones. We've been through this before.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, pay that man whatever the fuck he want. And pay that man whatever the fuck he want. Same goes for Blake Christian. You got that nigga under contract. You got I'm Vanilla Baby on the Tron, but you won't fucking buy Loving on Me by Jack Harlow for that nigga. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Jack Harlow in Big 2025.
I'm not saying he's a good artist. What I'm saying is buy the fucking things on the Loving on Me. That's what the fuck I'm saying. You have I'm Vanilla Baby on the Titantron. It says it right there. Vanilla Baby. It says it for Blake Christian right there. But you won't have him come out with the fucking theme song. And Tony Khan also don't play with me. Speedball Mike Bailey, when he comes out this Sunday, you need to have Brass Monkey.
You got to give it up, bro. You got to give it up. I don't think it's happening.
Pay for Brass Monkey. Pay for Brass Monkey. I'm tired of this shit. Pay for Brass Monkey. Okay. All right. What's next?
All right. We got the AEW International Championship on the line in a triple threat. Kenny Omega defends against Ricochet and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Kenny Omega's retaining.
Okada Omega's the
Cameron, what's his full name, bro?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mo, cover your ears for this. I'm sorry. Kenneth Tyson Smith by God Omega.
So good, bro. I love it.
The glaze is crazy.
All right, we got mask versus title. All right, we got the Ring of Honor World title on the line. Chris Jericho defends it against Bandito.
Bandito is winning that title. That's what's happening. Bandito is winning that.
Mo is not. He's not entertained.
This is why, bro. This is why. This shit like that. This is why, bro.
Right. To be fair, this has been the best shit Jericho's done since going to the learning tree.
Oh,
That ain't a high bar. This is the best. That's not a high bar, but this is the best feud Jericho has had since the learning tree shit. But it's time. It's time. Put the fucking championship on Bandito. It's time. Put the fucking title on Bandito.
a load of this guy.
All right, we have our first match in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. For the women, we got Mercedes Moné taking on Julia Hart.
Why the fuck is this on pay-per-view?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You're just wasting TV matches. But fuck it.
Unless it's written in a contract that Mercedes and Will Ospreay had to be like featured on every AW pay-per-view, you could have told them niggas just stay home. You could have announced this for Dynamite. Just told them niggas to stay home. Not everybody needs to be on every fucking pay-per-view, bro.
No,
you could have
Mercedes is not losing that, bro.
You could have dead ass just told them niggas to stay home, but Mercedes is advancing.
I'm not even gonna say it.
The first match for the men's Owen, we have Will Ospreay taking on Kevin Knight.
This is another one. Why the fuck is this on pay-per-view? You should have told Will Ospreay. Should have told him. You should have told Ospreay, hey bro, you can stay in the UK. Hey bro, you can stay in the UK, bro. We'll fly you out Wednesday, bro. You just stay at home. That's all you had to do. I don't know why the fuck this is on pay-per-view.
My only thing is, obviously, I'm not gonna, entirely blame AEW for. I think that was Jay White's spot, and obviously he got hurt.
I think so.
You can't possibly tell me that Kevin Knight was the best option. No disrespect to the guy, but he just got here.
And MJF is right there.
Right there. I mean, they could redeem him. They could redeem themselves as putting him in the wild card. I think that's boring as shit, but they have an out there. But Kevin Knight in this tournament, I get it, but I don't. You want to introduce someone to the crowd on a pay-per-view type platform. But
they're trying their best.
He's got to be within like a week of signing that contract.
They want to get this. They put him in there with Jay White on Collision. That was his official debut, and then they're putting him in there with Ospreay. I guess they're trying to show that he can hang, and that I guess they're trying to line him up as a big star, which I have no issue with because what's it called? Because Kevin Knight is fucking like that. I've been singing his praises for 2 years. NXT, this is WWE. Y'all are fucking stupid to have the fact that y'all gonna have this nigga go to a tryout. You should have just signed him. You should have just signed him. He's a free agent. He's interested in coming to your company. You should have just signed him. I don't know why the fuck he had to go to a fucking tryout. Why? I don't know why. Shawn Michaels, why? Shawn Michaels, I could have showed you some Kevin Knight footage and be like, just sign this nigga. Especially that men's division needs all the help it can get. Yeah, here's a blank check, Kevin Knight. How much you want? All right, come on in. So, first, I think that's fucking stupid. Secondly, yeah, Kevin Knight in this tournament. Again, it's for a world title shot at All In. Why is he in this fucking tournament? But
no disrespect to the guy, but the match should be great. That was never going to be in question. But
who?
Exactly. We all got Ospreay, right? Okay.
Yeah. Ospreay's
next, they have been found. The AEW Trios Championships. You got the Death Riders. That's Pat, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta versus Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, and Cope.
FTR, what's it called? The Death Riders are going to retain the trios titles, and then either after the match or on the Dynamite after Dynasty, Cope is in for the ass whooping of a lifetime at the hands of FTR. FTR are in cahoots. That is what I think. They are in cahoots, or they are going to sort out their differences, and Edge is going to be in for the ass whooping of a lifetime. He might get 5 fucking concertos from FTR, but FTR, they're going to turn on Edge. That is what the FTR, they're going to turn on Edge. Edge is going heel, and that is what is going to eventually, and that is what's going to start the reunion with Edge and Christian. But FTR is, but the Death Riders are winning this match, and FTR's turn, and Edge is an ass whooping coming to him. I thought he was gonna get an ass whooping at the hands of Jay White, but he didn't. So he's gonna get an ass whooping at the hands of FTR. FTR is, that man is getting turned on. That man is getting turned on.
It's even more like I don't want to say obvious, but you can see it more so if you watch the shows regularly. They've been playing up an angle with the patriarchy that Nick Wayne's starting to grow a set and starting to talk back to Christian Cage. So they're starting to like tease some dissension there. So I really can see Cope and Christian reunite sooner than later, truthfully. But Death Riders?
Yeah, Death Riders.
I guess. If that's the story they're telling, that makes sense to me.
What's next?
Chad, that's how y'all know I don't watch, bro. I don't watch, and I don't like to criticize. That's why I'm quiet.
We got 3 matches. We got 3 matches left. We almost there. Sure. We got the AEW TNT Championship on the line. Daniel Garcia defends against Adam Cole, baby.
That sounds good.
Belt Adam Cole. Adam Cole. Put the belt on him. This man is back. Y'all, this man is back. It took a while. He had to work his way up from injury. It took him a while. But Adam Cole is back. Adam Cole is back. He's back to doing elite level. He's back to being elite. He's back to being elite, no pun intended. He's back to having elite level character work, elite level mic work, and he's back to being an elite in-ring worker. That nigga is back. Belt him. Put the championship on Adam Cole. It's time. Put the title on Adam Cole. Daniel Garcia, you've had a very forgettable run as TNT champion. It's time. Put that championship on Adam Cole. Put that title on Adam Cole. It's time. Adam Cole wins the TNT title. It's time.
It should be noted that Daniel Garcia has made it basically official that Roddy and Kyle will be banned from ringside, as so any help from Daniel Garcia. Daddy Magic, gone. Cool Hand, gone from ringside. So it's just those two, just straight grabs.
Yep.
Next, we got the AEW Women's Championship on the line. Timeless Toni Storm defends against Megan Bayne.
I love Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne has been great.
Can she speak?
I would like for her to speak too. I would not have done this match right off the bat. I would have built it up. I would have built this up a little bit more. And I've also been saying I would have gave Megan Bayne the Jay Cargill push, but which is what she's clearly getting right now. But she ain't gonna be undefeated because she's losing to Toni Storm. But I would not have done this match so quickly. Would have built this shit up. But Megan Bayne has been
a little bit, right? Yeah.
Let's build it up. Damn, bitch just debuted her. We just throwing her in the title scene. But no,
everything's a fucking rush job in this company, bro. Hey,
but no, Toni Storm is retaining here.
Yeah, I got Toni Storm. And then the main event, AEW World Championship is on the line. Jon Moxley defends against Swerve Strickland.
Let me tell you something, Tony Khan. Let me tell you something. If you keep this fucking championship on Jon Moxley on Sunday, I am going to start a petition. I'm going to start a tweet to get you removed from creative, my guy. me and all my AEW friends, we're going to go to Philadelphia and we're going to go in there. We're going to find you and we're going to hurt you. Put the fucking championship on Swerve. Put the title on Swerve. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch. Look here. You're going to stop being a bitch. Darby Allin, he ain't coming back. Let that nigga climb that mountain, okay? Don't wait on that nigga Darby Allin. That nigga Darby Allin want to climb mountains, let that nigga climb mountains. Put that fucking championship on Swerve. Stop playing with me and put that fucking title on Swerve. Put the shit on Swerve.
Yeah, if he fucks this up, I'm personally driving to Jacksonville.
Any involvement of Jon Moxley puts me to sleep in 2025. Sorry, Swerve.
I don't blame you.
You're not
I
wrong.
don't blame you at all. Well, I
It
swear.
ain't even Swerve's fault.
Please win the title, Swerve. Please win the fucking title. Oh my God, Mo. Oh my God, Mo. I don't know if you saw the backstage segment with Swerve and Hangman from
Yeah, I saw
Dynamite
it.
Wednesday. Oh my God, he
That
said,
was
"I
good.
know."
He said, "I know."
Bro, Hangman's
I know.
face when Swerve admitted, like, yeah, I know, I fucked up. He didn't outright say I fucked up, but you can kind of get the
And
like,
Hangman
sense
just
that that's what
walks
he's going
away,
for.
bro.
Right.
A
I was like,
having
all right.
accountability.
He's like,
And
I can't
Roman-
even swing on you now. Like you
It's like
kind of
it's all he's been. It's like all he's known for like the last year and a half,
Yeah.
and now it's like,
them
okay,
two
exhale.
carrying AEW, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I watch something from them two, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah,
So
but that is
someone
Dynasty,
asked
bro.
why I gotta answer this question just to get it out of the way. Someone asked why I deleted all my reaction videos. I don't do reactions anymore. They're not my thing for the channel. They don't fit what I do anymore, so they're gone. I don't really think I have to expand on that.
Not at all. But Chad, that was the AEW Dynasty card for this Sunday. We will be live, me and Cameron. I assume Mo will not be here because he's not the AEW guy.
Work and
But make sure y'all pull up, bro. It should be a good
No.
time.
I'll probably watch it. I'll be honest. I'll probably watch it.
Oh,
I always
we
watch
can't
the
hear you unless
pay-per-views
it's me.
anyway. Am I fucked up? Am I good?
You're good now. You're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably watch it. I always watch the pay-per-views because they always deliver more times than not. Revolution was really good until the main event. So Hey.
Until it's that fucking word. Until it's always something, bro. On one of these shows, bro. I'm ready to get into the meat of the show.
Let's get into it. Pause.
Hey.
Those two sentences back to back. Anyway,
I'm sorry we spent the first 37 minutes talking about AEW. Mo, I know you're not.
nah, it's a wrestling podcast, gang.
Mo, I know you're not an AEW guy, so I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but me being the resident AEW fan here, I had to get that shit off my chest. All right,
No, we need to represent all wrestling. It's a wrestling podcast, so I appreciate you guys. But yeah, we can dive into the meat and potatoes.
Let's do it.
All right, Khris, you want to start? So, chat, you already know matches that should go in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like I mentioned earlier, WWE is doing the right thing and starting to induct matches in the Hall of Fame because eventually they're going to run out of people to put it in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense. Khris, what's the first match you got to put in the Hall?
I got to get this one out the way because it's just so iconic. I got to go Mankind Taker from King of the Ring 98, bro. That shit was fucking fantastic. I watched it back like a week or two ago. I actually watched it for the first time only a couple of years ago. This is before like I started to like become less of a casual. I did not know that Undertaker going into that match, he was I think he had a broken foot, some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, Undertaker was fucked up going to that match. Undertaker was fucked up.
The way that match went off, bro. Taker being injured. Obviously, Mankind being thrown off the top of the fucking cage through the table, and then again through the cage, through the ring, and then the shit with the thumbtack. I'm like, bro, and it set the foundation for what Hell in a Cell matches should be, and what we saw in 2019. I mean, I don't even want to talk about that shit again, but you get the point. That is like the peak of what Hell in a Cell matches should be. And this shit, if I had it my way after Bret and Austin from Mania 13, this is the second match that should go. This should be the next one.
I definitely understand that. Question that Chad is asking: the pay-per-view watch-alongs, all the streams that we ever do on the channel, they always stay on the Clips channel. So go in the description, click on the link. Subscribe because eventually the pod will be there. We'll start posting clips on there too. All the streams, every single stream that we ever do is on there. Pay-per-views, weekly shows, podcasts, all of it's there. So it's there.
Have y'all seen this Kanye West cover?
You said what?
Nah.
Have y'all seen this Kanye West album cover? I can't show it because I'm off camera. But this nigga just put two members of the KKK together. It's a black dude and a white dude and KKK.
Kanye strikes again.
KKK. What the fuck is that?
Well, Cam, for once, I have to play this music that it has nothing to do with you. For the first time. Fuck's sake, Kanye. I can't defend this man anymore, bro. And I was just doing a couple months ago, I was just doing a deep dive on his music, and I just
But graduation.
No, but
graduation, bro.
I can't, bro. I can't
It's not
anymore.
enough. It's not
It's
enough.
really not enough. I can't. Too much coonery, bro. I can't. Good God.
What the fuck, man?
Okay. Anyway, back to the topic, y'all. Sorry. I lost.
You good.
Okay. First match I have that I think should go in the WWE Hall of Fame. I think it's like the obvious choice. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 25. Honestly, I'm gonna just go ahead and lump it all into one. You can put that entire 4-year saga into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I think that is genuinely one of the greatest stories that WWE has ever told. And the crazy thing is that wasn't even the plan. It was just going to be the 25 match, and that was it. And Shawn talked about on the YouTube video that they posted today. He found satisfaction in retirement after that match in 25. So from there, 26 happened, and then of course 27, 28. And I think that was just all perfect. 25 to me is the greatest match I've ever seen. Y'all can disagree with that. That's fine. There's a lot of matches I think that are in that conversation. But to me, I think WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, is the greatest match I've ever seen. And I think any Hall of Fame is damn near incomplete without having that match in there.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The match I went with, this is the match that I think would have been the first inductee into the Hall of Fame if he wasn't such a gigantic piece of shit to where you can't even fucking celebrate him without people, to where you can't even celebrate him. Hogan Andre, WrestleMania 3.
I was going to say that
again, the match does not hold well over time. It's one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time. But if you are making a Hall of Fame based on impact, this match has to be in there. It has to. The impact that this match had is just too fucking iconic. When people think of WrestleMania, first thing they think of is Hogan Andre. They think of Hogan's body slamming Andre. That's the first thing a lot of people think of when they think of WrestleMania. And so you had to have that match on here. And it's unfortunate that Hulk Hogan is a gigantic piece of shit. By the way, fuck Hulk Hogan. I know we said fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan and fuck Hulk Hogan and fuck Linda Hogan. Brooke Hogan, I tip my hat off to you. I'm sorry that your parents and that your brother. I'm sorry that your family's a fucking bag of fucking dipshits. I'm sorry Hogan's a piece of shit. I'm sorry Linda Hogan's a piece of shit, and I'm sorry your brother Nick Hogan is a piece of shit. Fuck Nick Hogan. I'm sorry that your family's a piece of shit. I am, because you are easily the best member of that fucking family. You were just born into fucking wrong circumstances, Brooke Hogan. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. So I'm sorry about your fucking family. But I'm sorry. But anyway, it's unfortunate that he's such a piece of shit that WWE can't even celebrate him because they want to. And this would be on there. Michael Davis, Nick Hogan, if you did not know, back in 2007, Nick Hogan got into a fucking car accident. Nick Hogan got into a fucking car accident with one of his best friends. I think Nick Hogan was drunk at that time. I think he was either drunk or he was doing some shit he had no business doing. They're driving, they're driving. He loses control of the wheel. He crashes into something. And Nick Hogan is fine, but the friend is completely fucked up. The friend is the friend was basically a vegetable. And they're in the fucking, you can find the fucking audio tapes online. Nick Hogan and Hulk Hogan, they're sitting in the jail cell. And the only thing Nick Hogan cares about is, hey man, when we get out of here, I'm gonna get a reality show talking about this shit. Linda Hogan's in there talking about how, she's the victim. Oh, everybody's talking about him, but nobody's thinking about me. The fact that I feel bad for him. Hulk Hogan had the nerve to say, he was a bad person. Bad people get what's coming to him. Fuck that fucking family. Fuck that whole fucking family.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's sick
You
work.
Yeah, you can find the jailhouse tapes online. Fuck that whole fucking family.
Hell
Kid-
no.
Kid,
I'm not surprised
you-
though.
A car accident that you fucking caused. The kid's a vegetable for the rest of his life. He's never gonna be able to walk again. Never gonna be able to have the same fucking quality of life again. And yet yet you trying to play it off as you're the victim, and the only thing you care about is a fucking reality show.
Sick
Yeah,
work,
I don't
man.
like that. Yeah, I don't like that fucking family. I don't like the whole.
I'm not
I don't
shocked
like
in the
that.
slightest, to be honest. I'm really not. That's just wow. Anyway, yeah. Fuck the Hogans anyway. But go ahead, Chris.
All right, for my next one, I don't think this is necessarily a stretch. Maybe some people might. I'm going. Let's take us to Chicago, 2011, Money in the Bank.
That was my next one.
John Cena and CM Punk. We can tag team this together if you want.
Man.
Obviously, the whole story going into it, CM Punk's contract going out at midnight. Vince McMahon willing to do anything to make sure he gets his championship back. He threatened. I believe he threatened to fire John Cena. He even sent Del Rio out there at the end. This is their best match together in the rivalry. This might be John Cena's best match ever. Just for that simple fact alone, that man was hooping. Both of them were. But the crowd that night, they were just as big as them two.
Yeah.
They were just as big as them two, bro. That I feel like that shit definitely got to be in there.
There's certain
matches I think. Go ahead, Cam.
I was gonna say there's certain matches I wish I could be in the arena for. That match is one of them. I wish I could have been in the fucking crowd that night. Boy. This what?
100%. I think the thing with that, it's a match that I don't think you can actually recreate organically.
No.
Like everything about that match is lined up perfectly. From the fact that Punk's contract was actually about to expire on that night, and he didn't actually sign until they got to the building that day. The fact that it was in Chicago, you had the guy that's from Chicago competing for the title. You had the face of the company right there. Like you can't. This is why I say a lot when people are like, "Oh, John Cena had a lot of flip-flop title reigns. A lot of his title reigns were short." Yes, but a lot of them were also impactful. That was a short title reign, but that you told one of the most, if not the most impactful story of the 2010s out of that.
It had
And
to be that spot. It had to be.
Exactly. It wouldn't have worked if it was anybody else.
Right.
It had to be John Cena, and I think it worked out perfectly, and I don't think you can recreate that match.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely to me a Hall of. That's why I put it on the thumbnail. That is to me easily Hall of Fame worthy. Another match I think we can go back to being old heads here. Another match I think has to go in the Hall is Savage Steamboat WrestleMania 3.
Easily.
It is to me originally the first classic WrestleMania match. I think the draw of that night was Hogan Andre, and that succeeded in what it needed to do. But if we're just talking about pure great professional wrestling, that is a match I've said many times. That is a match that could take place in today's era and still be looked at as a classic match. So that is one I think definitely needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
That match is funny too, boy. Because Savage was so fucking meticulous with that match, boy. Like Steamboat has told stories. Savage ain't want no fucking fuck ups in that match at all. He would quiz Steamboat on the matches. He'd be like, "All right, Steamboat, so what we doing here?" He's like, "All right, Steamboat, so what we doing here?" Savage would just call out a random spot. All right, drop down. Steamboat be like, "Okay, we doing this next." Savage right there, you go. But that nigga was meticulous, boy.
Yeah, that was. I'm gonna have to watch that after this podcast. I'm gonna have to rewatch that match because my God.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Cam.
If we're talking about matches that belong in the WWE Hall of Fame, we're talking about matches that belong in the Hall of Fame. And one match on there that I think needs to be in there. How do you not do Rocket Austin for Mania 17?
Oh yeah.
Y'all
of course.
keep taking the ones I was about to say next.
I'm sorry, bro. My bad.
Every time. I love it.
Is it my turn?
Continue. Oh, okay. Were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh yeah. I mean that was
fuck it.
self-explanatory.
K-Rob took my next one, bro. Shit. Keep it with the same fucking show, bro. TLC 2, bro. The Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian, bro. That shit was a fucking car wreck. I mean, the one at SummerSlam 2000 was fire as fuck.
Yeah.
But Mania 17, every shit was a car wreck. You had the infamous spear off the ladder. Prayers to Jeff for that shit. But even the outside like accomplices, like I thought Lita did her part, Rhino did his part beautifully, and Spike always does his crazy shit. The match is just really fun, and it's another match that set the standards for ladder matches.
Yeah, I don't think they've touched that since either.
At all.
That's the thing about these stipulation matches. When they set the standard, when they set the bar, it just never gets crossed.
Right.
Like you mentioned, Mankind Taker. I don't think that's been reached since then.
Right.
Well, actually, no, end of an era, but for different reasons.
Right.
But yeah, TLC 2 has not been touched since. And I said in the Discord yesterday, I watched 17 in full yesterday. Y'all just can't convince me it's not the best WrestleMania of all time. That's just it's perfect, dude. It's literally damn near perfect. But we can talk about that another day. Another match I think needs to go in the Hall of Fame is Bret Hart versus British Bulldog from SummerSlam 1992.
Speak on it.
The fact that it was an IC title match in the main event, that itself was insane.
The fact that Bret called that match on crack.
Yeah, he literally had to carry that entire match spot for spot because Bulldog was out of it. And they went on to arguably have, you can make the case, I wouldn't say this, but you can make the case it's the best SummerSlam match of all time. It's for sure top 10. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Of course. Matches that belong in the WWE Hall of Fame. Matches that belong in the WWE Hall of Fame. For me, anyway. A match that I would add. Match for adoring matches that belong in the WWE Hall of Fame. How do we not include the first Shawn Razor match from WrestleMania 10? How is that not a Hall of Fame match? It's just that wasn't the first ladder match in WWE. That wasn't the first. That goes to Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, 1992. That's the first ladder match. But in terms of what we expect a ladder match to be, and like what we kind of expect ladder matches to be, that really is like the first kind of ladder match that I think people went, oh shit, like this is what a ladder match is supposed to be. So Shawn Razor WrestleMania 10 has to get in there. And then, years later, you can throw Shawn Razor. You can throw the second ladder match Shawn and Razor had from SummerSlam 95, because that was the only redeemable thing about that show. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about y'all don't know the backstory about that. Vince McMahon was looking at that SummerSlam 95 card and was going, ugh, the fuck is this? so he put Shawn Razor on there to give people a bone. He was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
No. Yeah, that definitely has to go in there.
Another one for me, low key. I would say Flair and Michaels from 24 is retirement match.
It technically was his retirement match for WWE.
For WWE, they don't count shit else. So
right. I think the match for Rick at his age at the time, I thought it definitely delivered. Obviously the I'm sorry, I love you at the end touches the heart, and then the super kick heard around the world. Excuse me, sweet chin music heard around the world. For the 1, 2, 3, but that I think it deserves the honor.
Definitely agree with that. Well, because WWE owns the rights to this company, I think it's only right that we also include other matches that happen in other companies. I think it would be remiss if I didn't mention the Flair Steamboat trilogy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
If that doesn't if there's anything from outside WWE that belongs in the Hall of Fame,
that motherfuckers wrestled fucking lifetimes amount of times,
bro. Man. if you just want to see graps, like when niggas say real graps,
That's the definition right there, bro. That's graps
That
before
is-
what we that's graps before we knew what graps was.
like,
That's the
pick your
greatest
poison,
trilogy.
bro.
That's the greatest trilogy of all time. That, in my opinion, that is the greatest
Yeah.
wrestling trilogy of all time. It's Flair, Steamboat.
Only way that
That
gets
is
passed. Only way that gets passed is if Roman and Cody have another 5-star banger. That's the only way that gets passed. And I don't even know
I
if that,
agree.
like that still is a conversation.
Even so, bro, I don't. It would be close. It would really be close.
Yeah, it'd still be close.
I agree. K-Rob in the chat just put out a great one. We're putting matches in the Hall of Fame. Ric Flair and Vader from Starrcade 1993. Oh yeah, I'm putting that in there. The fucking story behind that match is so fucking good. For those of y'all that don't know, this is going to be Vader. Those of y'all that don't know, backstory behind this match. It was supposed to be Vader and Sid for the WCW title. That was going to be the Starrcade main event. Well, Psycho Sid stabbed Arn Anderson with some scissors. Psycho Sid stabbed Arn Anderson with some scissors. So Sid got fired from WCW. So they just replaced Sid with Ric Flair. And like, if you watch the fucking build up and shit, bro, this is some of the best. This is some of the best storytelling WCW has done. Vader had been an unstoppable monster. He had been an unstoppable monster, just running through niggas left and right. Like, picture Gunther today. Like Gunther today. That was Vader in the 90s. That nigga was just running through people left and right. Fucking monster. And they tell this story so great because they show him on pay-per-view. Ric Flair's at home, Ric Flair's giving an interview, whatever, and Flair's, he's like, man, I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know if I can go in there. I don't know if I can beat Vader. I don't know if I can do it. They then show Ric Flair at home. He's kissing it. They then show Ric Flair at home. He's waving goodbye to his family, grabbing the suitcase, going to the car. They show Ric Flair arriving in the arena. Then they get to the main event. Boy, Vader is in there whooping Ric Flair. Vader is beating the dog shit out of Ric Flair. But Ric Flair, because he's the dirtiest player in the game, he sticks true to that. Nigga is doing everything possible to beat Vader. And Ric Flair, he finally slays the giant. He beats Vader for the WCW title, and that place goes nuts. Yeah. I'm putting Flair and Vader in the Hall of Fame. I'm putting Flair and Vader in the fucking Hall of Fame. Best believe. That's one of the best stories ever told. You got to put that in there. I'm like, if you've never seen it, I recommend Starrcade 93 just for that fucking match alone. That and the match, the story they told in that match, oh my God, so fucking good, boy. Boy, there's a reason why Ric Flair is called the greatest professional wrestler of all time, because it's shit like this, boy. The fact that the fact that they built that story up around that nigga losing his confidence and not being sure if he could beat the monster Vader. Boy, Take it from me, Khris. Before I go on a tangent. Take it from me.
The last one I can think of off the top of my head. It's kind of recent, but give it some time. I think it'll get there. The triple threat from 39 between Drew, Sheamus, and Gunther.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fucking
good wrestling. Yeah.
I mean, bro, that might be one of the best triple threat. I know I say that a lot, but that might be one of the best triple threats I've ever seen.
For sure.
Like that shit was fucking brutal. And it was the sorry, go ahead.
To me, I was gonna say that's like the second best triple threat I've ever seen in WWE, but the number one is never going in the Hall. So
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, especially with the ending, but
it's never going in the Hall, even though I think it's damn good.
You know what? I was gonna say it, but I
just can't.
You can't.
We just can't.
You got to be realistic with it.
You just can't.
But no, that match to me was the cherry on top of Gunther's IC title reign.
I agree with that.
If we're counting WCW matches because they own them, how do you not include? Because I don't remember this match really being all that good. But if we're talking historical significance and the impact of the fucking match, how do you not include the 6-man tag from Bash at the Beach '96? How do you not include that? How do you not include
Good point.
Kevin Nash how do you not include Kevin Nash and Scott Hall against Randy Savage, Sting, against Randy Savage, Lex Luger, and the supposed third man? There was going to be a third man, I think, and Sting. And a third man. The outsiders had a third man. We just didn't know the third man was Hulk Hogan. And Hogan turned heel, changes the wrestling business just like that. It changes the business just like that. And that heel turn was something he had to be convinced into doing. He did not want to go heel. It was originally supposed to be Sting. Sting was originally supposed to go heel, but then Hogan was like, I'll do it. And they went with Hogan. And again, I know I just went off on a tangent, calling Hogan a piece of shit and all that. It had to be Hogan. It had to be Hogan to go heel. Anybody else that wouldn't have worked. Anybody else that wouldn't have worked, that wouldn't have had that same impact. It had to be Hogan. The biggest baby face of the fucking 80s and 90s. That man turned heel, sparked the boom period for WCW, where WCW was kicking WWE's ass. The only time WWE legitimately almost went out of business was because WCW was kicking their ass, and that is because of Hogan and the NWO. So again, I don't remember that particular match being any good, but if we're just going based off fucking impact, you got to have that match in there. You have to.
Yeah. Match I was gonna say, not because of the match quality, even though I love the match to bits, but how do you not include Brock, Roman, Seth from 31? The cash in alone just makes that a Hall of Fame match. To me, personally, I think that was the best ending to a WrestleMania we had ever seen up to that point. And you could still argue that it's number one, unless you count Mania 40. I think that is the greatest ending we ever saw up to that point. That's just me. Like, the way they put themselves in the corner with Brock and Roman, not knowing, like, okay, like, how do we solve this situation?
Yeah.
And Seth saving that match, just cherry on top of that match. Cherry on top.
We're getting requests for NXT matches. You guys think of
I was gonna
matches?
go NXT next. Yeah, I was gonna bring up NXT.
I think an obvious one is Gargano Cole 2 out of 3's Takeover New York.
Yeah.
That to me is NXT's greatest. Come on, greatest match, main event, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It was.
No, I agree. That's the greatest match NXT's ever put on. Also, if we're talking about matches that belong in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, their second greatest match ever. Sami Zayn and Pac, or Sami Zayn and Neville from TakeOver Revolution. That has to be in there.
Because that match, in some ways, sparked a 10-year-long story in Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in WWE.
A generational rivalry. The night he they ain't waste no time. He debuts that night and beats the shit out of Sami Zayn. He debuts that night. They ain't wasting no time. The turn happened that night. So yeah, that match has to be on there.
I agree. I was gonna say Sasha Banks and Bailey.
Oh my God! How do we forget that?
Impact
that has to go.
Oh my God!
Impact that has to be on there. If we're talking,
I think it's still the best women's match WWE's ever produced. I still think that.
I don't disagree.
I don't blame you at all. The impact that match had. That match is a big reason why a lot of women are wrestling today. Why a lot of women are wrestling today. And like the fact that WWE was forced to change how they present their women because that match is so fucking good. That match has to be in there. It has to.
Yep.
Anyone from NXT?
I
got a lot. I'm just letting y'all get some off.
Let's see. That match has to be on there. If we're talking NXT, trying to think. If we're talking NXT, another women's match I will put in from NXT, Charlotte and Natalya. I think you got to put Charlotte and Natalya from the first ever. I think you have to put Charlotte and Natalya, I think, from the first ever takeover on there. I think you have to. That match itself also holds a lot of historical. That match itself also holds a lot of historical significance. Like that match right there was the first match that made women, it was the first match that made you go, oh shit, the women can actually hang. If you've never seen Charlotte and Natalya I know people don't like Natalya because it's Natalya, but if you've never seen Charlotte and Natalya from the first ever takeover, you need to. I think that match belongs in the Hall of Fame.
That's the one with Bret and Flair at ringside, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep, that's the one with Bret Flair ringside. Well, Bret Hart is fucking funny, bro. Because Bret Hart, whatever you ask, Bret Hart is fucking funny, bro. Because whatever you ask Bret Hart, like when he makes WWE appearance or whatever, Bret Hart's like, I'm only here because of Natalya. Bret's like, I'm only here because Natalya asked me to come. Come on, bro.
This man will not let it go. I mean, low key, okay. Do y'all think the screw job match should go in the hall as well?
I think it should. That match is
Yeah,
also-
the impact that it's had,
also-
bro.
I think the match is actually pretty good too. Before the screw job.
I do too. The match itself is pretty good, but you got to have that match in there for historical significance. It sparked the greatest heel of all time. You got to have that in there.
Yeah.
It created the greatest heel character of all time in Vince McMahon. You had to have that match in there. You had to.
One I'm going to name as well, women's match. You can't not put Bianca and Sasha in the Hall of Fame.
Love it,
Like,
love it, love it, love it, love it.
No, think
I
that-
don't even think I got to explain the significance of that.
No.
The match itself is incredible. Just for even if you take out that aspect, just looking at it as a professional wrestling match, it's fantastic.
I was gonna say,
There you
bro,
go.
and that to me is the best part because there's no politics involved. There was no bullshit attached to it. It was simple, bro. They were the best part, or some of the best part, aside from Roman, of WWE television through the pandemic, bro.
Yeah.
They absolutely deserved that shit, and they knocked it out of the park.
Their build wasn't all that good, but
Right.
them two deserve that main event.
Oh yeah, they too. Yeah, I agree with that. They deserve it. Another women's match. We're talking women's matches that belong in the Hall of Fame. I got two: Charlotte and Becky from Evolution. Charlotte and
yeah.
Becky from Evolution 2018. To
Yep.
me, that is the greatest women's match WWE's ever produced. I think you had to have that in there.
That's
And
going crazy.
also, this is a bit of an oldie from 2004, but like it was the first time they really got that spotlight. Trish and Lita from Raw. Like Trish and Lita from Raw. If you want to talk like historical impact, like that was the first time the women. I was the first time the women headlined Raw like an actual match.
Yeah.
Like I think they did. I think they did in 2000, but I think that was like some real quick shit with like Stephanie or whatever. No, this is like the first time where they were able to go in there and have like a legitimate match as the main event of Raw. Like I think you had to have that in there. I think you had to.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's a good shout.
I would say Walter and Ilya from 36. Took over
Boy,
36.
See, you can't mention that too, boy. But I
Oh yeah, hell yeah. But 36 to me, I prefer 36. They're both fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But having the match that Gunther submits, or excuse me, Walter at the time submits, bro.
That shocked me.
Yeah, hell yeah. I just wish it was in front of like an actual takeover crowd, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
K-Rob said, wild take, and Doug Jeff Jarrett versus China from No Mercy for the significance is the only one to hold the IC title. Not even because of that. It's just the significance that match holds in general. Like, not even because China was the first woman to hold the IC title. That match happening is literally why TNA exists today. Like, that match happening is literally why TNA exists.
Yeah.
Because before
Yeah.
the match, Jeff Jarrett held Vince McMahon up for money, and Vince paid Jeff Jarrett. And Vince paid Jeff Jarrett so he could do the fucking match. And then Vince McMahon, once he brought WCW, he fired Jeff Jarrett live on air. And that led to Jeff Jarrett creating creating TNA. So if we talking historical significance, it could have a case.
So I got two matches. One from WCW and one from a whole nother company. WCW. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, Halloween Havoc.
Halloween Havoc. Oh
Yes.
fuck.
That is my personal favorite WCW match ever.
Cook.
That match pisses me
Love
off.
it. Love it to pieces.
I love that.
It's
match.
perfect. It's a perfect professional wrestling match. I don't even think if you haven't seen it, somehow go watch it. I can't do it justice. Just go watch the match. That's one. Second one I'd put in there. Because WWE has a working partnership with them. I'm going to bring up a TNA match. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Samoa
Yeah,
Joe.
man. Yeah, man.
TNA
There's a
greatest
reason
match in TNA
why.
history.
There's a reason why I put the caveat when y'all were talking about Gunther, Sheamus, Drew. I said in WWE. Because the greatest triple threat match I've seen full stop is that Unbreakable 2005 match. So if TNA is willing to do that, put that in the hall yesterday.
That's the greatest match in TNA history. Speaking of which, have y'all seen the Samoa Joe Chris Van Vliet interview? Chris Van Vliet
I
had
saw
Samoa,
pieces of it. Yeah.
Chris Van Vliet had Samoa Joe on, bro. Samoa Joe impersonating AJ Styles. That shit is so fucking funny, bro.
That shit is so fucking. That shit is so fucking funny, bro. Like Joe tells a story on there, like people being scared to work with him. And he was like, that's because AJ Styles. He's like, that's because AJ Styles started that bullshit. Like AJ Styles be like, hey man, hey man, you're working with Joe tonight. You know, like blah blah blah. You know, like you're working with Joe. Be careful. And then, let's go. And then like an indie worker would walk in and they'd be like, hey man, I saw that match we had with Kenta Kobashi. I saw that match with Kenta Kobashi. I think we're gonna make that. I think we're gonna have that same magic here. And Samoa Joe would just roll his eyes and be like, "Oh God," and AJ would just be in the fucking back laughing. Yeah, y'all sure are. A fucking dick, man. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
But have you ever seen the AJ Styles Chris Van Vliet interview? I mean, the Samoa Joe Chris Van Vliet interview. Check it out. It's fucking great.
I gotta watch it again. I was watching bits and pieces of it. So,
did we say the women's triple threat from 32?
we did not, but I think that should go in the hall as well.
I do too.
Yeah.
If nothing else, bro, for getting rid of that hideous Divas Championship.
Jesus Christ. T.O., you know what you did. Call that better than the spinner belt. You know what you do.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Oh man. What's a match I want to bring up? I just had it. I lost it.
How do we forget?
Yeah, that's one. That's one.
Oh,
Fuck, I lost. Come back to me.
All right.
That's what it was. Matt Thunder. Thank you. Once in a lifetime. Roxina. That was an event. Like that match itself could have been the entire show, and it would have drawn. Like my entire family. This was the one time my entire family knew what we were doing that night in April in 2012. Full stop. We all gathered around. My family aren't wrestling fan. I'm the only one left in my family that still watches wrestling. We made sure we had that pay-per-view ordered. We watched that shit. It was like the house was split. Like Roxina was its own event. It was its own WrestleMania. Now the match itself is good. It's good. Not great, but it's good. But the moment itself is just it's special.
Yeah.
Boy, oh my God, yes, you gotta have that on there. Oh my God, boy, you got boy. One of the things I don't get talking about in the build up to that is the Rock's history segment. He did. It's the Rock's history segment he did in Boston. Rock's in Boston, going to different historic. Rock's in Boston, going to different. He's in Boston, going to different historical sites. Talking about how he did. Where he's at Paul Revere's statue. He's at Paul Revere's statue. Where Rock was like, Paul Revere said the British are coming. The British are coming. The British are coming. But if this was back in the 1700s, Paul Revere would have been coming. You know, Paul Revere would have been on that same horse. The Rock is coming. The Rock is coming. The Rock is coming to whoop your candy ass at WrestleMania. Boy, the Rock is so fun. Boy, Rock's history segments. Oh my God, them shits are classics. I'm sorry, bro. Them shits were classics. Oh my God.
Back when Dwayne promos were bearable.
Yes. Oh my God, boy.
Shit. Damn. What else you got?
Mo, you still there? Okay, there he is.
Yeah, I'm here. I feel like there's like some obvious ones I'm missing. I mean, there's a TV match I have in mind. Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Monday Night Raw. That
when they went like
damn
a
near 60 minutes.
Yeah.
That I don't know if I've said it on the pod before. That is my first episode of Raw I ever saw. So that is like special for me. But just the match itself.
That is the greatest match in Raw history.
That or CM Punk and John Cena on Raw. So
that is also one. Also, we talking Raw match? No, never mind. That's not. Never mind.
John Cena really just got classic Raw matches. Crazy, but people say he can't wrestle.
Again, I know it's recent as fuck, but down the line, bro, Punk and Drew from Bad Blood.
Yes, that has to be in there. Yeah, that has to be.
Revived Hell in a Cell.
I didn't think it could be done.
It brought the feeling back for
it.
Hell
Really,
in a Cell.
yeah. That
like
that
we've had. we've had good Hell in a Cell matches since, the PG era and all that.
Yeah.
But that is the match that really, really, really brought the feeling back. Like, this is what Hell in a Cell used to be, and that's what it should be going forward.
Okay, Rob, I love that Bret Hart vs. 1, 2, 3 Kid match. So fucking.
Oh
magic.
man, that's
fucking
great.
Oh my god,
I've never
I
seen
love that match. Chris, you got to, bro. So the Raw Vault, it's not on Peacock anymore, which sucks. But that match is that's the first great match in Raw history. Like that is the first. That is the first like great match in Raw history right there, boy. Bret Hart's so fucking good. Oh my god.
But people say he sucks.
Oh, someone in the chat said Wyatt Shield from the Chamber. Wow.
Boy,
wow, bro.
forgot that one. Jesus, forgot that one.
Fans chanted, "This is awesome" before he even got in the fucking ring.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god. Take me back, bro.
Well, I remember, not to down the mood, I remember the day Brody Lee passed away.
Mhm.
That was the first match I went back and watched. Immediately was the first, because I was driving around. When I got home, I knew what I was watching when I got home.
Yeah.
And that dude is he was fucking great.
Yeah,
he was fucking great. And that was like pre-knee injury Seth Rollins on top of that. That guy was on another fucking level.
Bro, pre-knee injury, Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen in ring.
That nigga used to do some shit, boy. That nigga used to do some crazy shit,
and
boy.
The fact that he's still damn good now, considering all the injuries he's had.
Over 10 years
Motherfucker's
later,
not gonna
bro.
tell me he's not top 10 combos, bro. Fuck out of
Bro,
here.
I'm tired. Bro, I'm tired of people online. Those fucking y'all call me an in-ring merchant. I understand that, but if y'all want some true in-ring merchants, I am so fucking tired of people saying Seth Rollins is fucking a bad worker. I'm so tired of that shit. I'm so tired of people saying Seth Rollins is a bad wrestler. Bro,
send them my way so I can hit the mute button. Please send them my way.
Bro, somebody, I forgot who it was, but I remember seeing a tweet that was like, it's 2025 and people still think Seth Rollins is good. I said, okay, Nick. I said, okay, Nick. That nigga got blown. I said, okay, Nick. I said, okay.
Get the rope.
Get everything.
Motherfuckers just be saying anything on the internet, bro.
Oh, speaking of which, I got to bring this up too. Because there was a tweet last night. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all know how much I love Will Ospreay more than anything.
Okay.
Somebody did a who's better than who thing with Ospreay and Cody. When they said Will Ospreay is better on the microphone than Cody Rhodes, that person got muted immediately. I said, ain't no fucking way.
I'm tired of people pretending. Can we talk about this real quick? I'm tired of people pretending like Cody Rhodes is not a good promo.
I don't know where the stigma came from that he's not.
I'm tired of it, bro. I'm really tired of it, and we need to stop pretending like John Cena just ethered him on Monday, because he didn't. I will say Cena won the battle, but it was damn close.
I was saying that shit in the moment, bro. Everybody's like,
it was damn close.
It really was. Cody really did.
Even on a rewatch.
Yeah.
Even on a rewatch. It was damn close. Yeah, people need to stop with that, please.
Yeah, come on, let's be real. I'm
trying to make sure I get all the matches I want to get off.
I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any that the chat may have said. Oh, we got Edge and Foley from 22.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
Foley matches for the Hall of Fame. That has to be on there. A Foley match that I think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Please say it, Cam.
I've spoken about this match time and time again, but I'll say it again. Both the Triple H matches, Royal Rumble 2000 and No Way Out 2000. But that's not the Foley match I was going to mention. The Foley match I was going to mention for what I think belongs in the Hall of Fame. I think it's a long shot to get in, but if we put matches in the Hall of Fame, Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley from Mankind from Mind Games 1996. That shit belongs in the fucking Hall of Fame. When I tell you there's a reason why I consider Shawn Michaels the best in-ring worker of all time, go watch this match. This nigga had with Mick Foley. This Bro, this is a mixture of brawling and technical, and it's just a thing of beauty. It is just a thing of beauty. Mick Foley worked a 25-minute match here with Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels had that nigga working. This is the best technical match Mick Foley ever had. I'm a technical wrestling. This is the best technical wrestling match Mick Foley ever had. This match is so fucking good, and it's not just about that too. This is the greatest match of all time to end in a DQ, because this match ended in a DQ. This was a DQ finish. And I think it's the greatest match of all time to end in a DQ, bro. The fucking crowd went fucking nuts, bro. The crowd went nuts. Mick Foley, bro, Mankind came out to the ring. Bro, Mankind came out to the ring in a fucking casket. He was feuding with the Undertaker, so he came out to the ring in a casket. Boy, they are brawling. Paul Bearer goes to pull the casket up mid-match. Undertaker fucking sets up. The crowd goes nuts. Match goes to a DQ. Undertaker is just wailing in on Mankind. That boy is just beating the hell out of Mankind. Vader comes out. Vader comes out. You have Vader coming out. Vader and Mankind, they're not only beating up the Undertaker, but they're beating the hell out of Shawn Michaels too. And Sid comes out to save the day. That fucking place is going nuts, bro. That entire fucking building is going nuts. Like, when I tell you that might be the greatest match of all time to end on the DQ, boy, the fucking post-match DQ angle was so fucking lit, bro. Oh.
I would agree. I would agree with that. But Austin and Angle has to be in the conversation for that as well.
I agree. Austin Angle is in the conversation, boy. And then if we're talking others, another Mick Foley match that belongs in there, Foley and Randy Orton from Backlash 2004. That match made Randy Orton. I think that match made Randy Orton into a main eventer. Orton took the ass whooping of a lifetime by Mick Foley, and that match built character up with Randy Orton. So I think you gotta have that match on there.
Totally agree. I was gonna mention another one. Oh yeah, Taker Lesnar. I mean, you could argue that as well. I was gonna mention TLC 1. I think oh no. That TLC 1 is one that needs to go in there as well. But another one that needs to go in there is Edge and Christian versus the Hardys at No Mercy 99. That needs to go in the hall. That was the first ever tag team ladder match. I think that, what Cam was about to say, I believe, sparked that whole triangle of these tag teams dominating the Attitude Era. I think that needs to go in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
The tit ladder match, boy. The tit ladder match. The Terry Invitational. The TIT ladder match, boy. That match is fucking incredible. Nah, that match is fucking great. K-Rob, I do agree with that, boy. Boy, if the Miz, boy, I hate that Mick Foley can't fucking wrestle no more, man. I hate it. Because, boy, if 2010 Miz, boy, if he could have went in there and took an ass whooping at the hands of Mick Foley and showed that nigga can hang, boy, I think Miz would have earned a lot of respect from a lot of people, boy. I think he would have earned a lot of respect from a lot of people. Mick Foley was that guy. Mick Foley was that guy. Foley was that guy. Hey, man, we got this guy as a main eventer, bro, but people might not buy it, bro. Go in there and beat the shit out of him. Go in there and whoop his ass for about 20 minutes. And Foley be like, all right, I got you. Foley made a man out of people, bro. Made a man out of a lot of people. A lot of people Mick Foley made a man out of, boy.
Yeah, man. Chris, you got one?
Might have to come back to me.
Okay. Oh yeah, Matt Thunder. Thank you. Hogan Rock WrestleMania 18.
I can't believe we forgot that one.
Wow.
Same. Again, that and Hogan Warrior. I don't care. Like, y'all need to take off the 2025 lenses and just watch it based on the time it took place. Hogan Warrior, relative to era, is a classic wrestling match.
That's all you had to watch.
Everything that it was supposed to do and more, considering who was in the ring. Boy, like Hogan and Warrior are not the best workers, and they did exactly what they needed to do. On top of just the star power of that match, that needs to go in the Hall of Fame.
Jim Ross even said it on Dark Side of the Ring. He said Jim Ross even said on Dark Side of the Ring. He said the fact that Hogan was able to get a good match out of the Ultimate Warrior is fucking crazy.
He did. Hey,
K-Rob, that right there. K-Rob, that right there, 100%. If you watch Hogan in the 80s in particular, that nigga was Boy, Hogan had that crowd in the palm of his fucking hands, boy. Hogan would have every crowd he was in the palm of his hands, boy. There's a reason why he's the biggest. There's a reason why he was the biggest star his time period. That nigga knew how to work a crowd. That nigga knew. He knew. Like I say this all the time, boy. Hogan knew how to work. Like if Hogan had to, he knew how to go in there and work. But with his audience with WWE, he knew his audience. He knew people. He knew his audience. Hogan knew all I have to do is go in there, get beat up for 15, 20 minutes, hulk up, hit the leg drop, pose. People are going to go home happy. Hogan knew. That's all he had to do. And that nigga was a fucking master at that, bro. Master. Hogan knew how to work that. Hogan knew. It's a shame he's such a piece of shit because Hogan, the professional wrestler, is fucking elite. But it's a shame he's such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Did anybody say Cena RVD when I said?
I was thinking about it.
I don't think it's crazy to put it on there. I mean,
I think it absolutely
again the crowd alone. I mean, bro, if Cena
it's an environment you can't recreate.
Exactly, bro. If Cena won that match, I'm not sure he would have walked out of there.
I genuinely think they would have rioted. I genuinely believe they would have rioted that night.
Thank God they made the right choice. Shout out RVD. And shout out Edge too.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Chat, let us know some ECW stuff. I'm not too hip on ECW, so like let us know something that we can prop up on here.
I'm not an ECW guy, so tell me what y'all think of it. I'm not an ECW guy personally, so tell me what ECW matches belong.
Ooh, Matt Thunder get me excited. He said Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate. We can go Pete Dunne versus Walter. I mean, fuck, man.
Just throw Takeover New York. Just throw that whole thing.
Everything, bro.
Just throw the whole show.
That in New Orleans. Throw that in New Orleans. Just throw that whole show.
Those two shows.
Right.
Just throw them shows in there.
Bam Bam Taz. Living Dangerously. Looks like matches I need to check out myself. RVD, Jerry Lynn. Okay, that's what I'm seeing.
I believe that about Bam Bam and Taz. Bam Bam and Taz Bam Bam and Taz had some great matches. I remember one of the spots in their matches of Taz doing Taz doing a suplex to Bam Bam Bigelow through the ring. Like I remember that one. So yeah, but Bam Bam Bigelow was so fucking good, bro. That man was so fucking good. Bam Bam Bigelow was so fucking good. Oh my god.
I have a suggestion if we end up running out of some.
Okay.
I was gonna say if we're talking matches that belong in the Hall of Fame, this is also an Odie, and this is also an Odie, and this is also an Odie. And WWE, I don't think they own the company, but I know they own the tape library to it. This is an old ass match here. This is very old. But if we're talking historical significance, it sparked one of the greatest feuds of all time. K-Rob, help me out with this, because K-Rob, help me out with this. Matt Thunder, help me out with this. I want to say it was Kevin Von Erich and Ric Flair. I want to say it was Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair in a steel cage, world class, sometime in the 80s. I cannot remember the date, but it's early 80s. I cannot remember the date, but it is early 80s. When we were talking about the greatest heel turns of all time, I wish I would have brought that up, because that match right there was the catalyst behind some of the hottest periods. That's what I'm talking about, K-Rob. The match right there, the match that started the Freebirds on Eric. We talking historical significance. It's Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair inside of the steel cage. You know, it is Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair inside of the steel cage. There's a miscommunication going on between Kerry Von Erich and I think Terry Gordy. There's miscommunication between Kerry Von Erich and Terry Gordy. So what does Terry Gordy do? Terry Gordy takes the door. He slams it in the face of Kevin Von Erich. Ric Flair retains the world title because of it. And afterwards, the Freebirds beat the absolute fuck out of the Von Erichs inside the cage. And that sparked one of the greatest rivalries of all time, the Freebirds and the and that sparked one of the greatest rivalries of all time, the Freebirds and the Von Erichs. So again, if we're talking matches with historical significance, I don't see how you don't put that match in there. Again, that's an old ass match. It's old as hell. But historical significance, you got to put that on there because Freebirds.
You want to go old?
Because the
I'll go
Freebirds and the
old.
Von Erichs changed life. Let's go old.
I'll go old right now. You kind of have to, for historic significance, Bruno Sammartino versus Ivan Koloff.
Oh yeah, you have to. You
kind of have to. Like
you
could hear a pin drop when Bruno lost the title. It ended the longest title reign in the history of the company.
Yeah,
like you kind of have to.
But I don't know if y'all heard. Yep. Oh, yep. You had to. You had to. You have to. Mo was right. You could quite literally hear a pin drop. That's how silent that crowd was. That is how silent that crowd was. Yep. Bruno said he thought he went deaf. That's how silent that crowd was. Bruno said he thought. Yeah, Bruno said he thought he went deaf. That's how silent that crowd was. Bruno thought he went deaf. They didn't even announce, bro. That match was so shocking. They didn't even announce the title change. Like how the announcer gets on the mic and it's like the winner and the new champ. They ain't even announced the title change. They ain't even announced.
They didn't even present the belt to them.
Nope.
That's actually wild.
Because they thought the fans would riot. They thought that fucking place would riot.
See, I didn't want to do it, but look. King Joe's brought it up. I'm gonna bring it up. Let's induct some Royal Rumbles, bro. The best match stipulation. 92 has to go in, bro. 92
easily.
For just star power alone, 1992 has to go in the Hall of Fame. That 92. Rumble is stacked.
Let me see. Fuck it. The 2020 Rumble for a fact, men's.
Yes. That has to go in.
Cam, you got any Rumbles?
Shit, I was gonna say 2001 as well.
2001 as well, yeah. 2008.
Yeah. 2018 women's for significance. Yeah,
I right. Hell yeah.
Shout out Matt Thunder. I see that. There was one I just had. I lost it.
Definitely not the greatest Royal Rumble.
Fuck no. I mean, 1999. No, just play.
Hey. Easy.
Vince really won a Rumble, dog.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, man. I think we covered them. I mean, 07's another one just for that ending. Just for that ending.
The end, hell yeah. Sean.
Because I'll be honest, chat, that ending, rewatch that Rumble, that ending carries that Rumble. Because I've watched the 07 Rumble again.
King Jones says the 2010 Rumble. I'm on the fence, bro. I
see the argument.
To me, bro, Punk and then the story with Sean, bro, carries that shit.
Yeah.
But it's still great. I don't know.
05. Oh, yeah, 05 low key. 05 is fucking great. I should have made a video on that. I can still do it. But 05 Rumble is so good. Like, I could watch that again and again and again.
Khris, sign Victor Thomas, please. Victor Thomas, no, you wouldn't. Victor Thomas, watch Hogan and Warrior. Stop it. If you're talking Hogan and Warrior from Halloween Havoc 98, I'd agree. That match is fucking terrible. Hogan and Warrior from WrestleMania 6, though, stop it. Cut the cap.
Why do we hate that match? I don't understand.
Bro,
speaking of Hogan Savage. That needs to go in the Hall of Fame.
Hogan Savage needs to go. Savage Warrior in there.
Oh my God.
Well, Randy Savage was so elite, he got a good match at the Ultimate Warrior. Oh God.
Not even good. Elite match out of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Yeah, he got an elite match out of the Warrior. That's how good Randy Savage was.
That is Ultimate Warrior's best match to this day, bro.
Best match that nigga ever had came with Randy Savage. Boy, I would have loved to see Savage put that shit together, boy. Savage was probably like, okay, we'll do this. Boy, Savage was.
Oh, Cody Seth, of course. Cody Seth. Yeah. Because when you think about it, right? obviously the aspect of Cody wrestling with the torn pec is insane, but like that is basically what sparked Cody's rise to the top. And now he's the face of the company. So you kind of have
basically, yeah. I think that match right there is what I think if Vince McMahon was still in charge, I think Cody would have ended up with that belt anyway. I think that match right there, I think Vince looked at Cody like that was like, yeah, he the one. He the one.
I have one. And again, possible stretch here, but I'm gonna go Usos versus Roman and Solo from Money in the Bank 23.
Oh, Bloodline Civil War, yeah. I think that was the apex within the Bloodline sphere with just those family members.
Yeah.
I think match-wise, that was the apex between all of them.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of that, you can also argue Roman and Jay inside Hell in a Cell.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I'm trying to go on my history bag.
That shit clears their SummerSlam match, by the way.
I'm just trying to go on my history bag. I'm trying to think of some old school matches that belong in there. A match that I think will go in because it's just fucking iconic. Like, I think we've all seen it. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. First off, fuck Jimmy Snuka. But Jimmy Snuka and Don Morocco from the steel cage.
That's why I don't think that's going in.
The one where Snuka jumped off the cage. Oh, yeah.
I don't think they want to talk about Snuka again. I don't think they want to.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you there. Fuck Jimmy Snuka.
Because until he died, he was persona non grata, and he still is now. So.
Yep. Fuck Jimmy Snuka. Fuck Jimmy Snuka. Fuck Jimmy Snuka. Fuck him. Fuck Jimmy Snuka, by the way. Fuck Jimmy Snuka. Man killed that woman and got away with it. Fuck
How did I forget Backlash 2000?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that match has to go in. That match
Rock
has to
and
go
Triple
in.
H. I don't know how. Bro, I watched that. I remember very vividly the day I came home with my daughter. I watched that with her with me, right? Because she was asleep. The pop Austin got, she woke up from it.
Oh, man.
Well, that pop was insane, boy.
She was asleep the entire match. The pop Austin got, she woke up and she went back to sleep. Thank God. But my goodness, bro. That is monstrous.
I should have been WrestleMania. Backlash 2000 is what WrestleMania 2000 should have been, bro.
I can't wait to cover that. I cannot wait to cover that entire show. I cannot wait.
Backlash 2000 is such an elite fucking pay-per-view. Oh my God.
That it will probably be my first video post WrestleMania. I cannot wait to cover it. Since it's going to be 25 years, so.
Any Undertaker matches? Any Undertaker streak matches besides the Shawn?
I mean, I already went through and said the entire 4-year saga. Right. You might as well just.
I mean, maybe Taker Punk.
Taker Punk, yeah, that's a really good one. Taker Batista.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Taker Orton, just because that was the first match to really make the streak a prize.
Yeah.
That was a match where that was the match where you legitimately thought Randy Orton had a shot. That was the first one where you thought Orton legitimately had a shot at bringing the streak for it.
Yeah, I remember the Hell in a Cell match they had.
Yeah. Well, the Taker Orton feud is so underrated.
That image
it revived Randy Orton as a main eventer after his failed face run. That whole feud with Undertaker revived him in that light.
Y'all seen that image, bro, of Randy Orton being carried out and Undertaker just standing at the top of the cell in the fucking light, bro? The silhouette, bro. Oh my God.
That's why, bro. I miss Prime Taker so much, man. Fuck. I didn't appreciate it.
We got to experience it though, bro.
Funny thing about that match, if y'all didn't know, Bob Orton gave Undertaker hepatitis in that match. And Johnny Ace knew. And Johnny Ace, I don't think he told anybody. Bob Orton told anybody that he had hepatitis, and when he was bleeding, Undertaker got it. And I think Johnny Ace knew that Bob Orton had hepatitis, and he okayed the fucking spot anyway.
Boy, such a piece of shit, bro.
Boy, if I'm Undertaker, bro, Johnny Ace would be a dead man right now, bro. You don't give me that shit.
People power.
Oh my God. One match I did have in mind, just because of the imagery at the end of it. It's a great match regardless, but the imagery at the end of it. Roman, Edge, Bryan, WrestleMania 37.
Love it.
I think that can definitely go in the Hall of Fame.
Love it.
just for the smash them, stack them, pin. That was the moment for me. I knew Roman was going to be a long-term champion. I'm like, okay, he's going to hold this belt for at least like 2 years or so.
I think he was gonna hold it for 2 years. I knew he was gonna be a champion for a while. I think he was gonna hold on to it for the 2 years he held on to it.
I think the next time I really believed from that moment, because I thought Edge was winning that. The next time I really believed he was going to lose the title was Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle.
Yeah,
That was the next time.
I lost money on that one. I lost money in Esco on that one. I thought Drew was walking out with that fucking title.
I wanted him to so badly, and I would have been cool with it, but I knew Roman was retaining at the end of the day.
If we're talking matches that belong in the
Kofi
Hall of
Bryan.
Fame.
Kofi and Bryan, the first African-born world champion. Yeah, Kofi and Bryan. I don't even need to break that down.
Did we say? Go ahead.
Malik Murray, I can't believe we forgot Austin and Triple H 3 stages ahead.
Oh my goodness! I just watched that shit like 2 weeks ago too.
Oh my! What? So fuck.
Did we say Triple H, Edge, and Jeff?
That does. I didn't want to be biased. I left that out. I was like, the match itself is cool,
but the moment, bro.
The moment of Jeff winning the world title.
If we're talking Jeff Hardy matches going into the Hall of Fame, Jeff and the Undertaker from Raw.
Yes, bro. Oh my god! I remember the first time I watched that match as a kid, bro. It was like 2012. The first time I saw that match. My word! I was like, "Yo, what the hell is this?" It was amazing. There was one match. I don't think it should be in the Hall of Fame. Just by the way, Jeff and Undertaker on SmackDown in 2008. I think that one's very underrated. I think that's a very underrated match.
I got to go back and watch it.
I wish WWE would do more shit like that, bro. I wish we would get more random title matches just for the sake of it on TV.
It was just a random Extreme Rules match on a random SmackDown. Like, we don't get that now.
Nigga, we had Triple H. Nigga, they did Triple H and Taka Michinoku for the WWE title, I think, on Raw. Boy, look here. Gunther and Tozawa, I think, is the most recent example because that match didn't go for very long, but for the time it went, that match was very fucking good. Boy, if you want to get people over on this show, have people be like, he can hang with this nigga. Could you imagine Gunther wins the world title back or something, and you do Gunther and Tyler Bate on just the Raw? You just throw it out there. You know what I mean? Like you set up, Like you set up a backstage segment or whatever where Gunther, he's just berating the entire locker room, whatever. He goes, this division sucks, blah blah blah, and Tyler Bate goes, you want to fight? Gunther just go off and challenge. Have Gunther go in there. Have Gunther go.
Oh my goodness!
What did I do?
Oh my god! No, it was your mic. That shit went OD for a second.
Is it still like that?
No, you're good now.
Okay, my bad. No, what I was gonna say was, sorry about that, but no, what I was gonna say was like, could you imagine like Gunther? Like he's just in the ring cutting a promo. He's like, I've already beaten this entire fucking. He's like, I've already beaten this entire fucking roster. I want a challenge. I'm putting my world title on the line. And like Tyler Bate comes out and accepts it. And like you give those men like 15 minutes on Raw. You can't tell me that crowd wouldn't be going fucking nuts.
Facts. Well, you tried over there.
No, you're right. I was bro. Now, Gunther and Tyler Bate on Raw would be fire, bro. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
But that shit scared me, bro. I thought that was me.
I thought I heard like CM Punk static for a second, bro.
Stupid. Yeah, he's about to cut a promo on us. What the fuck,
boy? Oh my god.
Yeah, I apologize about that. I apologize if anybody got jump scared off that.
Oh, that scared me. I ain't gonna lie, but oh my god, that was funny. Holy shit. My stomach hurts, yo. All right. Before the show goes 2 hours, let's go ahead and we'll each give one heavy hitter that needs to go in the hall, and then we'll get into our segments and then bring up the show.
Fuck. Let me see if I got one more in me.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm doing it, bro. Give me Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Survivor Series 2016. Come on, bro.
Take me back,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Take me back, dog. I missed that time in life in general, but
Bro, you ain't
SmackDown
fucking
especially.
lying, bro. You ain't lying.
Bro, my life was A1 at that time, bro. My life is good now, but back then, my word. I just had a match in my mind that I really wanted to put on here. Oh, that's right. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, SummerSlam 2002. I think that's the best SummerSlam match of all time. I also think the fact that it sparked Shawn Michaels' second run, which you can argue is the better run of his career. And I think that elevated him onto my Mount Rushmore all time. My objective Mount Rushmore all time. So I think that needs to go in the hall.
Every Bret Hart match ever.
Good thing Lewis ain't here. Holy shit.
That is insane glaze.
Nah. No. On a serious note, though. On a serious note, though. We putting Bret Hart matches in the Hall of Fame. On a serious note, though. Bret Hart I'm telling y'all that he going to end up like a 15-time Hall of Famer because of the fucking Hall of Fame. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart going to end up like 12, 13-time Hall of Famers. I'm just telling y'all now. But if we talking Bret matches, where we're talking matches that belong in the Hall of Fame, Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect for SummerSlam 1991. There you go.
It's a good one. Shout out to the Iron Man match too, but I don't want to rewatch that again.
Shit, bro. We can make matches that would go into the Hall of Shame a whole different episode.
Oh jeez. I don't even want to dive into that today.
Hell no.
I don't even want to shit. But we could literally keep going too, but we'll be here all damn day.
No, literally.
But yeah, that is matches that should go in the WWE Hall of Fame. Again, I know there's a bunch that we left off that really could have went on here, but hey, it is what it is. But we're gonna go into our segments here. Chris, you ready to start?
Let's do it, boy.
Let's go. Get up out of here.
All right, chat. It's just me, Oos. It's just me, Stitch, and the scapegoat, man. We here with episode number I don't even know anymore. Chill. With episode I don't even know anymore of matches of the week, bro. These matches range from Raw, NXT, Dynamite, and SmackDown. I'm trying to get into Collision, but you typically, unless it's requested and I go out of my way to watch a specific match, you're probably not going to find a Collision match. This is just TV matches only, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I don't have a lot here for you. I do have two matches, but they weren't. This week in wrestling wasn't too crazy. But we're gonna get things started on the NXT side of things. We got Kalani Jordan versus Roxanne Perez. This was a women's North American Championship qualifier to get into a six woman ladder match at Stand and Deliver for the North American Championship. This match went 14 minutes. The match begins with the two women feeling each other out. Kalani has control until Roxanne rakes the eyes, and she actually shoves Kalani into the steel post, taking control there. Now, what happens next? You really have to picture Kalani Jordan. She's seated in the corner, but she's not like quite in the corner, right? She's in the corner, but she's like on the outside, and she's got her arm tucked in between the turnbuckle, and it's reached over the other side, right? Roxanne Perez takes her arm. She takes Kalani's arm and stomps it on some Pete Dunne shit, on some old school Shayna Baszler shit, bro. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know Roxanne had it in her. Roxanne holds control for a bit until Kalani hits a surprise inside cradle for a near fall. Roxanne works on the injured arm. She delivers a beautiful hammerlock Northern Lights suplex. Roxanne she dodges a split-legged moonsault attempt by Kalani. She delivers a cartwheel. I've never seen this shit from Roxanne. She delivers a cartwheel, and on her way down to a prone Kalani Jordan, she knees Kalani Jordan in the back of the neck. Kalani Jordan kicks out. Roxanne goes for pop rocks, but Kalani dodges. Roxanne grabs a hold of Kalani, who's also holding onto the ring ropes. Kalani delivers a kick to the knee, followed by a DDT, a la like how Miz used to do it back in the day. And she hits a split-legged moonsault for the 1-2-3. She has a clean victory over Roxanne Perez to advance to Stand and Deliver. I don't know if we're going to get some sort of like last chance type deal for Roxanne. I don't envision her missing Stand and Deliver. So I wonder what they do about that, unless she genuinely wants to take that show off. But that was that. That was a very solid match. I urge y'all to go back to it and watch it. The second match I got for y'all, sticking with the women's, we're gonna take things to Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. This match went about 15 minutes, and this shit was great. Bianca was a special guest referee in this match, and she made her presence known very early, breaking up a corner attack by Rhea. The same for Io. We had heavy "Let's Go, Mommy" Io Sky chants. The ladies trade roll-ups. Io drop kicks Rhea into the ropes, but rebounds with a lariat to Io. Michael Cole actually mentions on commentary that Rhea has not lost back-to-back singles matches in 5 years up until this point. Ain't that fucking crazy? Much of this match was Rhea focusing on Bianca. Here we go again. Much the same way that she lost her fucking title. Focusing on Bianca. Just wrestle the match, bro. Wrestle the match, yo. Io hits a suicide crossbody to the outside. Rhea gains control on the outside and finds Io in an electric chair. Rhea sends Io face first into the apron, just like she did a couple weeks ago. Io, however, counters this and delivers a Poison Rana. Not the prettiest Poison Rana. I don't really know what happened here. I'm gonna chop it up as communication error. It didn't really seem like Rhea knew it was coming, and it was delayed reaction. It didn't look all that great, but it's few and far in between for those ladies, so who cares? They both beat the count of 9. Io looks for an avalanche Poison Rana. Rhea counters into a fireman's carry and then attempts what looked like to be a Samoan drop. But then Io, I don't even know what you want to call it, chat. You really got to go out and watch this. I don't know what the fuck she did, but she somehow countered this, and it ended with Rhea taking a nasty spill, which saw her land on her neck. She ended up being okay. Io goes for a crossbody to a standing Rhea, but inside the ring, and Rhea meets her with a headbutt, very devastating headbutt there. Rhea goes for riptide. Io rotates for a DDT attempt, but Rhea uses her power to muscle Io into a razor's edge, followed by a shining wizard. Attempting to deliver a big boot to Io. Io ducks, and Bianca is in harm's way, and Bianca is the one who takes the big boot from Rhea. Chat, that would end up being strike 1. All right. Rhea starts to complain to Bianca, same old shit. We get into a situation where Rhea has Io in the ropes, and she's not really adhering to Bianca's count. It's getting to 4, and she wants to count 5, but she wants to give her some leniency. And Bianca uses her force to pull Rhea off her. And because of this, Rhea actually slaps. She puts her hands on Bianca, not even accidentally. She, with every purpose in her body, she slapped the shit out of Bianca. That was strike 2. Io sets up for a shotgun drop kick in the top rope while this whole thing is going on, and Rhea dodges and hits Bianca with that drop kick. Chat, that's strike 3. Bianca says fuck that, and she throws the match out. This match ends in a double count out. Not a double count, a double DQ, excuse me. A double disqualification, which means Io retains. And then after that, Rhea basically just laid waste to both of them. Riptides out the ass everywhere, and the show went off the air with Rhea Ripley standing tall with the Women's World Championship. No confirmation as of yet. We all know she's going to be at Mania, but as of now, per storyline, she doesn't have a match at Mania. That was this week's wrestling matches of the week. Only 2. I apologize, chat, but I pride myself on really wanting you guys to like go out and watch the best possible matches. I don't want to feed you guys slop. I really want what I say to hold meaning. All right. I want you guys to hear what I say and want to go out and watch these matches. I wouldn't feed you guys mid. All right. I wouldn't feed you guys Will Ospreay. I'm kidding. But Cam, it's your time to shine, my boy. I'm gonna see y'all in a little bit. Pass it off to Cam.
All right. Well, let me go in here and give y'all some news here. AEW is called the injury bug as of late. As we all know, Jay White is out with an injury. The injury for Jay White, I don't think it's been revealed yet. But Jay White is out with an injury, and he will require surgery. News broke earlier today that Orange Cassidy is also out with an injury. Orange Cassidy is out with a torn pec, so he is going under the knife for surgery. He's going to be off AWTV for a while. And Mark Davis is also injured, which sucks because he just came back from injury not too long ago. But Mark Davis is also injured. Mark Davis suffered an injury last week during his match with Powerhouse Hobbs, which led to the match ending early. People are not sure what the injury is for Mark Davis, but Mark Davis is hurt. So AEW is dealing with the injury bug there. There you go. And speaking of AEW, former AEW star, former TNT champion Miro has signed a deal with WWE. This comes from PW Insight. Excuse me. This comes from PW Insight. This comes from PW Insider. Miro is back in WWE, so there you go. Miro is back in WWE, so there you go. And continuing with PW Insider, prayers up to Mick Foley. Thoughts and prayers are with Mick Foley. Mick Foley was involved in a car accident a few days. Ago, but he posted a tweet saying that he's fine and everything. So, prayers up for Mick Foley. Prayers up to Mick Foley. So there you go. Also, update on Sonya Deville, former Sonya Deville. It looks like Sonya Deville is getting back into MMA. It looks like she's getting back into MMA. She made an appearance tonight at Invictica 61. Excuse me. She will be at Invictica 61 this Friday night in Oklahoma. And she recently also posted photos of her there. She's there for the weigh-in. So yeah. So she will be there. So there you go. She will be there. So there you go. Also, last bit of news I have here. TNA, for all my TNA fans, TNA Against All Odds will take place on June 6th in Tempe, Arizona at the Mullet Arena. So there you go. And then here are a few takeaways. Oh, never mind. Okay. Never mind. I thought we had a few takeaways from Tony Khan on the media call. Here we go. Actually, we do. We do have some updates from Tony Khan on the AW media call. From Tony Khan on the AW media call. Here are some notes. Tony Khan told John Alba that the AW max numbers are kept close to the vest, but everything that was in the BJ Bethel report regarding Merritt's viewership is consistent with what he's heard. For those of you that don't know, BJ Bethel is a reporter for SC Scoops, and he reported that AEW Dynamite does do 1 million viewers each week if you factor in the max numbers. He said AEW does do 1 million viewers each week, and Tony Khan said that's what he's heard from being consistent with them. So there you go. Tony Khan was asked by Alex Hunt about Sting inducting Lex Luger into the WWE Hall of Fame, and this is what Tony Khan had to say. Tony says he isn't sure how he'd react to being approached by it. He spoke to Sting shortly before AEW Revolution, but it didn't come up. He said this is something he would have to have a conversation with Sting about. It's something he'd have to have a conversation with Sting about. Tony Khan does plan on doing more hardcore matches in AEW, so fucking great. More hardcore matches with AEW. Fucking great. Fucking great. But yeah, there you go. So that's all the news I have for you today. Mo, get me up out of here.
Mo, we can't hear you, bro.
Shit, my bad. Shit, I had my shit muted manually. My bad. So yeah, this week in wrestling history, I know what time it is. Look, bunch of WrestleManias on April 3rd. First of all, WrestleMania 21. I will get that review out very soon. I've been sick. All right, I just left the ER yesterday, so just chill on me. But yeah, that WrestleMania is incredible. I will talk about that very soon. Also, WrestleMania 27 in 2011. WrestleMania 32. And then WrestleMania 38 night 2 as well. Okay. And then also, unfortunately, in 2012, you had Chief J Strongbow passing away at age 84. So rest in peace. Birthdays, we have Lance Storm turning 55 years old. So happy birthday to Lance Storm. April 4th, 1993, WrestleMania 9. I'm not doing it. Not doing it today. 2011, the Raw after WrestleMania 27. This was significant because The Rock and John Cena was made official for the very next year, which was the first time that they excuse me, first time that they actually announced a match a whole year in advance for WrestleMania. So there you go. In 2018, another unfortunate passing. Johnny Valiant, very famous manager, passes away at the age of 72 from a car wreck. That's unfortunate to pass away at an older age to a car wreck. That's horrible. Birthdays, we have one birthday. We have Chelsea Green turning 34 years old. So happy birthday, Chelsea Green. April 5th, 1982. We have one of the OG matches between a celebrity and a wrestler with Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler. This ends in a DQ because Jerry Lawler hits the pile driver on Andy Kaufman, and Andy Kaufman continues the storyline from there. It's really cool stuff if y'all go back and watch it. But that was like one of the big original celebrity versus wrestler things. Also on this day, 1992, WrestleMania 8. It's an okay show. WrestleMania 25 in 2009. Okay show. But you also had Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. So I'll take all the BS on that show just to get that match. Also, TakeOver New York on that day. So I think that is a perfect professional wrestling show. That's the closest you can get to it. Birthdays, you have Dominic Mysterio turning 28 years old. It's kind of a big birthday day. Charlotte Flair turning 39 years old. DDP turning 69 years old. And Sika from the Wild Samoans was born in 1945, passed away in 2024, last year, unfortunately. Obviously, father of Roman Reigns. And then we have April 6th. We got two WrestleManias on this day. You have 2014 WrestleMania 30. I don't think I have to explain that one. Also, WrestleMania 40 last year, night 1. So there you go. Birthdays, you have Peter Maivia, born 1937, passed away unfortunately in 1982. So there is that. April 7th, got a few WrestleManias in here, y'all. So 1986 WrestleMania 2. 2013 WrestleMania 29. In 2014, you have the Raw after WrestleMania 30. This was when the Ultimate Warrior came out and had his final speech that we didn't know was going to be his final speech. Also, you had the official face turn of the Shield on that show to close the night. In 2018, you have TakeOver New Orleans. There you go. 2019, WrestleMania 35. Boom. And 2024, WrestleMania 40, night 2. The 5 minutes that ended the night that has been spoken about to death. So I'm not even going to dive into that. Also in 2016, you have Blackjack Mulligan passing away at the age of 73. So rest in peace to him. Birthdays, you have Sanjay Dutt turning 43 years old. We have Rosie, aka Matt Anoa'i, Roman Reigns' brother, born in 1970, passed away in 2017. Ahmed, I don't count that as the official face turn. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Draws, also born in 1969, passing away in 2023. So happy birthday to all those guys, and rest in peace to the ones that have passed away. April 8th, Raw after WrestleMania 29, 2013. I think that is arguably the best Raw after Mania because that crowd was insane. 2014, unfortunately, the Ultimate Warrior passes away at the age of 54, literally the day after he did a very eerie speech on Monday Night Raw. It was almost like he knew something was wrong. So, who is calling me and why right now? Decline. I'll call you back. Jesus. WrestleMania 34, 2018. Even Khris came into the camera. 2020 NXT, you have one final beat between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. This was the final chapter of their long rivalry. So yeah, there's that. Birthdays, you have Big Bill, Big Cass, turning 39 years old. So there you go. And April 9th, one event here we have in 2000, Mike Awesome signing with WCW as ECW champion, which led to a whole thing where Taz, who was signed to the WWF at the time, had to go over to ECW to beat Mike Awesome for it, and then eventually Taz would drop the title, and then everybody would go to their own separate companies, but that was a huge thing in wrestling at the time. So that's it for events. Birthdays, you have one birthday, and that is Bianca Belair turning 36 years old. So there you go. Folks, that is this week in wrestling history. I think there will be more WrestleManias next week, and I think that will be it. So, but we're gonna get everybody else up here, and we're gonna close out the show, folks.
DDP turning 69 years old, huh?
Here you go.
Here
you go.
Happy birthday to DDP. That man is an angel. That man is an angel sent from above, man. That man is a fucking life-saving miracle worker. Shout out to DDP. Mo, I hate that I forgot to mention this. Because I'm glad you brought it up during your segment. If we talking matches that belong in the Hall of Fame, you got to put Kaufman and Lawler in there. You got to.
I agree.
You got to put Kaufman and Lawler in there. Yeah. For Andy Kaufman not being in the Hall of Fame is a fucking trout. Is he in?
You
Did
got
he
Donald
finally
Trump
go
in there. You got Drew Carey in there. You got all these celebrities who've done nothing for wrestling. But Andy Kaufman is not in the Hall of Fame. Get the fuck out.
Did Kaufman finally go in?
No, he hasn't been in yet.
I thought Kaufman went in. I thought Kaufman went in last year. I thought he went in either last year or 2023.
Andy Kaufman.
I thought he did.
Nope.
He hasn't.
Oh, wait. Oh, 2023 he was. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, and the fact that it took him so long to get in the fucking Hall of Fame is criminal. Oh, by the way, while we here, get Cyndi Lauper in that fucking Hall of Fame, please. Get Cyndi Lauper in it. Get Cyndi Lauper in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Celebrities in there, bro. Every time.
I got Kali in that shit.
That's where we end the show. I'm gonna have a stroke. That's where we end the show. Folks, that is episode 72 of the Rated M podcast, man. We appreciate y'all for pulling up for the stream. If you haven't already, like it up, share the video, share the stream around, people to enjoy. Make sure you follow the podcast clips page, link in the description. Follow all our social medias, link on the screen right there.
Daily reminder: fuck Lee Johnson. I'm rooting for his downfall. Hey. Until I read in the paper that him and Julia Hart are divorced, I'm rooting for that man's downfall. I hope he never wrestles on another Dynamite ever. I'm rooting for his downfall.
Did this man just say until he reads in the paper?
Get the sign.
Until I read online.
Yeah, oh, it's too late for that.
Until I read in the paper. You just outed yourself as a
fucking grandpa. It's all right, bro. The infinite sign is still under Mo's name.
It's daily.
We're out of here.
Tristan,
you know what you did.
Tristan, I'm glad you hit. Tristan, I'm glad you hit. Because two things. One, where the fuck you been? I'm glad you hit, Tristan. When are we pulling up on Jon Moxley? What day? Well, when are we pulling up on? Because he ain't getting away with what he did to Willow Nightingale last night. So when are we pulling up on Jon Moxley, Tristan? Tell me when you want to pull up on him, and we'll pull up on him. We'll let the chopper ring. We'll let the chopper fly one time. He don't get to get away with what he did to Willow Nightingale. So yeah, Tristan, let me know when we running the chopper up one time on Jon Moxley. Tell me, Tristan. Tell me when.
This fucking guy. Anything else we got to plug in before we get up out of here?
Mo, I have to. I gotta run it up on Jon Moxley one time. You don't hurt Willow Nightingale. So I'm asking people that live in Illinois, people that live in Philadelphia, people that live in Cincinnati. If you happen to see Jon Moxley just walking down the street or whatever, let it fly one time. Let it pop. Let it pop one time.
We are threatening death, yo.
Let it fly one time. Let it fly one time. We gonna get justice for Willow. We out of here, y'all. Bye.
Love y'all. Peace.
Believe in Joe Hendry and bring back
bullying.